Won't you take me home and give me wings to fly? We can be alone in the castle in the sky. We can run away and leave this world behind. Please just take me home to a castle in the sky.
Hello and welcome to Storybook Crochet. I'm Heather and today I'll be teaching you how to create the single crochet ribbing stitch. This stitch is perfect for beginners and it uses simple single crochet to produce a beautiful texture and added elasticity, making your project stretchier than your traditional single crochet. So in this video I'll be guiding you through this technique to show you how to change the colors as you go. You'll need 2 different colors of worsted yarn if you want to change your color, in a weight 4 yarn and a crochet hook. I am using a 5mm US H hook. You'll also need some scissors and a yarn needle to weave in those ends. So let's gather all of our supplies and we'll get started. To start the single crochet ribbing, you're just going to go ahead and make a slip knot and then insert your hook, and then you're just going to chain any number. So I'm going to put up a chart here for you to look at to see how many to chain for certain size blankets. So you can use that to determine how many chains that you want to make. Okay, so after you have your chain made, you're going to start in that second stitch from our hook. So not this first one, but you're going to go into this second one and you're going to make a single crochet. All right, and then you're just going to repeat that across for row 1. You're just going to single crochet 1 in each stitch across. So your stitch count should be 1 less than how many chains that you made, because our last chain there was our turning chain. So your stitch count will be 1 less than that number. All right, once you get to the last chain there, go ahead and make your last single crochet. And then at the end of every round, we're just going to chain 1, and then you're going to turn your piece over. Okay, and that's what that row 1 should look like. Okay, so for row 2, instead of working under both loops like we normally would, so you can see both loops here over the hook, we're going to go under the back loop only. So you're going to go in between those 2 loops there, so it looks like a V. You're going to go under that back one only. So you'll just have the 1 loop over your hook, and then you'll make a single crochet. And you're just going to repeat that across. So under that back loop, make a single crochet. Okay, and then you'll just do that all the way across. So this is going to create that ridge that we're looking for that texture. And using this stitch makes your blanket a little bit more elastic, or has elasticity to it. And it just brings that texture to make it just a little bit different than just using your regular single crochets. So go ahead and single crochet across 1 in each stitch using that back loop only. Okay, once you get to that very last stitch there, make your last single crochet in the back loop only. And then again, you're going to chain 1 and then turn your piece over. So you're just going to repeat row number 2 over and over until you get your desired length of your blanket that you're making. So you'll just, every round, you're going to only use that back loop only from here on out. So just 1 single crochet in each stitch across, back loop only. So this is what your single crochet ribbing should look like at this point. So you can see that texture, that raised ridge there. It just makes a nice looking blanket and something a little bit different than just doing your basic single crochet. So I have a pattern on my Etsy called the Striped Harvest Afghan crochet pattern, and this is what that looks like. It does use a few other stitch elements in it, but we do use the back loops only with our single crochet to create that little ridge there. Just makes a little bit nicer and kind of a neater looking blanket. If you are interested in the striped harvest crochet pattern, I'll include a link in the description below. Alright, so for this last part, I'm going to show you how to change colors. So if you want to do alternating colors for your rows here, that can make a really nice looking blanket. So as you're going into that last single crochet there, that last stitch, you're going to go ahead and yarn over and pull through your yarn and leave those 2 loops on your hook. Do not pull anything through those. We'll not finish that off yet. So after that, you're going to want to cut a short length of yarn and then grab your second color. Okay, so at this point you're just going to grab that second color with your hook and pull it through both of those loops. Okay, so I'll show you that one more time. So you have both loops on your hook, just grab that tail of the second color there with your hook and just pull it through both loops. All right, and that attaches your second color to your piece here. And then you're just going to want to chain 1 like normal and then turn your piece. And then you're just going to go ahead and single crochet in the back loop only and just continue on with that same pattern that you've been doing. Alright, so this is what your project should look like. The last thing you're going to want to do at the end is weave in all these ends, and this is everybody's least favorite part, but it is necessary. One thing you could do if you don't want to weave in the ends is make like a nice fringe on the edges, but you'll have to cut a bunch of lengths of yarn to do that. Okay, so go ahead and grab your needle and then go and grab one of your ends here, and then you're just simply going to go through the same color here. You'll go through a few stitches here, maybe about 4 or 5. Pull that through and make sure you're kind of pulling the other ends too so it's nice and even on the edge there. And then I just come back out again one more time. And this will keep those ends from coming undone because you definitely don't want your blankets to come undone. And then just snip that off. So you'll have to do that for each one along the entire edge on both sides to complete your blanket. Thank you for joining me in today's tutorial. I'm excited to announce a new playlist on my YouTube channel featuring various crochet stitch tutorials and techniques. This is the first video of that playlist, so be sure to subscribe so you won't miss any of my weekly videos that I will be putting out. I do appreciate all of your support, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.
Won't you take me home? Give me wings to fly. We can run away. Castle in the sky. Won't you take me home and give me wings to fly? We can be alone in the castle in the sky. We can run